Hey guys, welcome to group chat.
Welcome.
Welcome to group chat. Hey Eric, we got Eric back. I heard there's some sort of
What's up,
apology
guys?
going down later or something.
We'll see.
Well, we'll see. I can't wait to
we'll
see how
see.
this goes. Eric is back. We got a Sunday episode. The Grammys are happening right now, so don't tell us if anything crazy happens. But we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about what we have seen so far on the Grammys, and we got a lot of news to set you up for a successful week.
By the way,
Go find a
congrats
new job in China.
Congrats to Anthony. Best rap performance, Kendrick and Baby Keem for Family Ties.
Cleaning house.
They won.
Does
Hot.
Anthony get like a physical Grammy in his house for that? He does, right?
I think so. Why
Is it
not?
like a plaque?
No, I think they get the plaque. He'll get the plaque. I don't know
Mm.
the actual award.
Got it.
I could be wrong.
Well, congrats to Anthony. You guys ready?
Let's
Ready.
do it.
Let's do it.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, group chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Hey guys, I just want to give a disclaimer. We are starting. It's 7:20 p.m. Sunday night on the West Coast. The Grammys are currently on, so if anyone's getting smacked up,
We won't know.
cussed out, stabbed, fist fights, bad looks, any drama, we don't know.
Like if Billie Eilish goes and slaps Olivia Rodrigo, we won't know.
I think
I mean, they're the two biggest stars probably of the night, right? Like,
I say you do
For sure.
Grammy Awards 2023, produced by Jake and Logan Paul,
Triller.
Triller, Fight Club, and you know, there's some sort of like body slam. I don't know if you saw Jake Paul was on WWE.
I heard.
There's some sort of body slam or fist fight that happens after. Are you guys? Did you catch up? Like, are you familiar with what's going on? Can we talk about the Grammys? Where are we at?
Yeah. So I had put Nas, our good friend, was nominated and was performing.
Let me
And
pick up that name you just dropped.
yeah, that's a big.
He told me that last time. Yeah. How to get him back.
So
That's
I was,
NAS, Eric.
yeah.
Naz?
Nas. And so I was like, I had it on. I had the red carpet on because I thought maybe he'd walk the red carpet. And Anthony was there, his manager. And then he also, manages Kendrick Lamar, Baby Keem, Gunna, and Keem and Kendrick were nominated for a Grammy. So I was like, I got to watch this. I actually had FOMO because a friend of mine invited me 2 days ago. He's like, you should come. Let's go to he had tickets for the show.
First time in Las Vegas, by the way.
I know. And
Wow,
then
that's surprising.
Friday night, Saturday night, I was just hearing because Brian and John were there for Delilah, and they were just they said it was like an amazing weekend.
of
It was
course.
fun.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I want to go. And so I settled with watching the red carpet for 2 hours, and then the actual Grammys went on at 5. And I was trying to get Dominic to watch. My youngest is he's WWE. He's
No interest.
Really?
Nah, he just wants to smash.
I mean, what's he,
Oh,
1
okay.
years old? How old is he?
18 months, yeah.
Yeah, he's just like chewing. on
But
stuff.
he, he likes to dance and listen to music. So finally, I was like, "Oh, I said my friend is performing. We have to watch." I go. One of my buddies is performing. And he's like, "Okay." So he sits down.
Has
and
Dom
I
ever
go-
met Nas? Has to have, right?
Maybe as a baby. As a
Okay.
baby. Yeah, definitely as a baby. And then I said, Anthony's there, and he knows Anthony.
Mhm.
And he goes, "Where's Anthony?" I was like, "I don't know." He's like, he's
Real
in the
suspicious.
audience backstage, and he's like, "Okay, whatever." So music starts playing, and I think it was like, I forgot who was the first performer. Someone big. He knew the song, so then he was engaged. So he sat down, watching. He's like, "Where's your buddy? Where's your buddy?" Basically, like, I'm a liar that my friend is
Yeah.
performing.
Yeah.
Finally, like an hour goes by. It's like bat time. I'm like, "We got to go bats." He's like, "Pause it."
Oh,
Wow.
So I pause it. we go do
He didn't
back.
even care about the show. He just wanted to see if his dad was a liar.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have said anyone was your friend, though.
Yeah. So then he goes in the bath. He's like, I'm going right in. I'm going right out. I want to see your buddy perform. I was like, shit, this guy. So I'm literally texting Anthony. I'm like, what time are you guys going on? Like, there's before bedtime?
There's also some like off-air performances. Like some performances don't go on the TV.
Previously this afternoon at 1:30.
Yeah.
Previously, Nas performed.
So I was like, man, I hope they don't, like, it's not like at 8 o'clock and then he's going to be asleep and not believe me. Finally, Anthony's like, he's performing the next like 30 minutes and then he goes, we're on next. So we're watching. He's excited, watches. And he's like, where's Anthony? Because he's just like, he just assumes Anthony would be on stage with him. And Nas performs. They're all dancing, cheering, whatever. It ends. They clap. Dominic looks at me and goes, get me a microwave. And I go,
Microwave?
Microwave? What do you mean microwave? He goes, a mic. I'm like, we just watched like 17 performances. You see Nas once, he won a mic.
Wow.
Yeah.
All he needs is one mic.
All he needs,
All he needs is one microwave.
Yeah.
he heard that was the song.
That's the song he played?
He played right when he started. He goes, he played I Can and then one mic.
Wow.
And Dominic runs to his closet because he has like a karaoke set.
Fisher Price.
Yeah, we grab the mic, we plug it in. No joking, this guy, Dominic is like a very reserved person. If he doesn't feel comfortable, he doesn't do shit. He's very confident in what he wants to do and what he doesn't want to do. Grab the mic.
Wow.
And he just
born.
And he just starts. What's ironic is he's singing Little Nas X.
Oh,
That's incredible.
Which is so funny. He goes, that's what I really want. I need someone who loves me.
Wow.
It's an amazing video.
You should show him Jay Sean and say, this is my buddy and this could be you.
This is more likely to be you.
Yeah. Show him Nav. Maybe Nav. Give him some options.
Yeah, maybe Nav could be him. So whatever. 20 minutes goes by. This guy is singing that. He's singing, he likes the Heat Wave song.
Mm-hmm.
And he likes, like whatever, Moana song, The Rock, whatever. He sings that. And then he's like,
is it just you and Haley like cheering him on?
Yeah, and
what's the Bruno? Is that his?
Oh, he loves that song.
Encanto.
Yeah, he loves Encanto. And then I was like, all right, I gotta go. We gotta get you guys wrapped up. Go upstairs. So finally, we're walking upstairs. He's like, Dada, I want the microwave the whole day tomorrow.
Wow.
Wow.
I was like, that's a lot of radiation.
What if this ends up being his passion? What if what if he tattoos his face at like 21?
Oh my God.
And he's a rapper and it all started tonight on the Grammys watching Nas.
I know. I was thinking
Little
about that. I was
microwave.
like, man, little microwave.
Little
The heat-
radiation.
I can see it right here.
The heat is on.
Yeah.
The first album.
Burning.
Young microwave.
my
That could work.
I mean, this is how it starts, I think. I think when you have a kid that finds a passion, I have to believe it starts on a night like tonight.
Well, what's funny is we watched Little Nas X's performance because those songs he knows the most because we play them in the house. And he was like, what's up with that guy's t-shirt? It's so short. He's wearing a crop top. Too.
Of course.
Okay, well, we know where Dom stands.
Oh my God. It was just like, I was like, because, Dominic and Miles of the two, like of my children, like Dominic feels like an intellect and it's going to be math, science, obsessive. Like I could see him in a chemistry lab trying to figure it out like for 17 hours.
Wow.
And Miles is like,
WWE.
he's probably like going to be the most popular kid at his school. Like his energy.
Paul.
Yeah,
He's an
Logan
influencer.
Paul. Yeah, yes. Miles
He's a
just like
YouTuber.
Yeah, he's happy-go-lucky. He's like the life of the party. Like, but then I see this guy. He's just like, I need someone who loves me.
That might have changed tonight. All that chemistry might have went out the window literally an hour ago.
I know. Now I'm nervous.
That's incredible. I mean, you got to follow up with us if he remembers to ask for the microwave tomorrow.
Yeah. So tomorrow morning will be the real test because he's been obsessed with baseball recently because of T-ball. And he comes downstairs, runs up, changes into his uniform, and we have to play like at 7:15 in the morning. We're playing baseball outside in the front yard. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to remember what age I was when like anything I saw, I wanted to do that. And it would last like a week.
I was gnarly with that.
Like a boxing movie. I wanted to be a boxer. And then it's just
I was a Native American for a while.
Yeah.
My name is Kicking Bird. I used to just watch.
Are you serious or are you joking?
Yeah. No, I'm dead serious. I watched Dances with Wolves one too many times.
It's like a 4-hour movie. Why are you sitting through that damn thing?
I was very patient.
How old were you?
I don't know. I can't remember. I have to believe like 8. Probably I'll ask my parents.
Oh my God. Dances with the Wolves is rough.
All I wanted was like Indian outfit. Like all I wanted, or Native American. Like all I wanted was like the hide pants.
Wow.
Like, I was dedicated. Yeah.
It's
Kicking Bird.
insane. It's insane what kids get. Well, anyways, congrats to Anthony. Crazy night. I'm sure.
Any other highlights that we know right now? Like congrats to Anthony and Nas. Anything else in the
song of the year was I think Olivia Rodrigo.
Dude, I was like in the
fair.
longest IKEA line. I don't know anything. All I know
I
is
just saw Jasmine Sullivan win.
Tyler the Creator won Best Rap Album over Drake, J. Cole, and Kanye.
And Nas. Yeah.
Tyler, what are your thoughts on that?
What was
I
his
mean,
last album?
I feel
It was
like
Call Me If You Get Lost. Him and
I feel like it was like cutting edge for rap.
incredible album.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah, very like beginning to end, bro. Fire.
Oh. Well, good. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I mean,
He deserves
the guy
it.
deserves it. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, could I really say like, nah, give another one to Drake for that fucking room in his house filled with them, and then Kanye's just gonna pee on his.
Best new artist was Olivia Rodrigo. The song of the year was actually Bruno Mars, Silk Sonic.
Nice.
Leave the door open. Yeah.
Nice.
It's funny that we live like how fast stuff moves. Like in 10 years ago, Best New Artist was like truly a new artist and like they were set up for their career. I feel like I'm not saying Olivia Rodrigo by any means is irrelevant, but like you could almost be. I mean, Olivia Rodrigo already seems like fucking Lady Gaga. Like she already seems like the biggest artist
star
in the world.
Yeah.
And she's Best New Artist. Like I feel like you could come out, win Best New Artist, and become irrelevant all in the same year in this day and age.
I was talking to my girl on the way here about that award, and I feel it's a little offensive. Best New Artist, and like every artist has been an artist for like a few years before they like.
No, but your first album. Though.
Okay, is
Olivia
it really her
Rodrigo's
first? Is it her first album?
She's like 18 years old.
I mean, what's it?
She just got a driver's license.
Okay, well, like
She was doing a
Saweetie
show
was nominated
before this. Yeah,
know.
well, first album.
It's just
I know,
weird.
I see what you're saying. You know what? Let's cancel it. Fuck it. Let's make
that's
some
what I mean.
picking
Like,
signs.
let's be woke on this category.
Yep,
It's
that's
like
fair.
the first time you paint. If you're not nominated, you're canceled. You're like 3 years old. Best New Artist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's over.
Miles should be Best New Artist.
Yeah.
That's true because
is
technically
it. This is
Dom
only
is now eligible as of now. The clock started
now.
ticking tonight.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
if next
he's
year's
gonna get a
Grammys he doesn't
lifetime-
win,
He's gonna get lifetime achievement in 15 years, and he went to put out an album.
oh man. Well, it seems pretty high energy. It seems pretty cool. I mean, I think we're all a little bored of those type of award shows, but I will say the little bit that I had it on, it seemed like Vegas and like the energy. It seemed cool. There were some cool performances.
Well, I also think they just like toned down on like the actual giving of the awards and talking as just music performances, which is great. The one thing I didn't appreciate was the best rap album, which I would argue is, as far as America's youth is concerned, album of the year.
Yeah, the best category. Yeah,
best category
sure.
is not televised. Tyler, the Creator, won his album previously recorded.
No
That's
way.
the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
There's no way.
No,
he
you're
wasn't
serious?
even there.
No, he
You're
wasn't
telling
there.
me it was Drake, J. Cole, all these people, and that's not televised?
Well, Drake withdrew his nomination. He's like, I don't want anything to do with this.
That's
Why?
just whatever. He doesn't care.
Remember
It
last
doesn't
year he
matter.
did that speech, like, you don't need this. Remember
Yeah,
that?
he doesn't actually, like, for him at this point, what does the Grammys mean? Nothing.
I mean,
He has
it
a
means-
room in his house with them wall to wall.
Yeah, I saw that.
But I mean,
got-
that's just the dumbest shit. That's the most outdated. It's stuff like that makes these award shows so irrelevant. Like you're literally saying best album of the year,
Yeah.
and you're not going to televise it.
Stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Okay. Want to get into some news?
Let's do it.
Did you guys see that fucking Shein, the company that we always talk about, the Chinese apparel company, is raising money at a valuation of $100 billion.
I made a comment, I don't know, maybe a few weeks or a month ago, and I said Shein's going to be bigger than Nike, and we're just watching them destroy American companies left and right. And I've been saying Shein has been a problem for a few years on this podcast. Everyone probably doesn't pay attention or don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you were early. Take your Gary Vee moment.
I'm taking my Gary Vee. I'm going to take my victory lap, and $100 billion. Can I tell you, that's like every fucking D2C company in America added up is not worth $100 billion. They're just not. You know why? And they're only raising, and Sequoia, the best venture fund in the history of venture, is their biggest investor. It's like Tiger Global. It's the best investors. They're raising, I think, $1 billion or $2 billion at $100 billion valuation. And the rumor is they're doing $20 to $25 billion. They're going to be bigger than Nike. They're going to be bigger than Walmart. I mean, the only person that they're really competing against, in my opinion, is Amazon. They're going to go into every single category. They're going to drop ship directly from Chinese factories to consumers all over the world. And no one's saying anything. Like
Go. What are you going to say?
I was just saying, like, we talk about like, there's a lot of people in America that talk about like nationalism and patriotism and all these types of things. But like the two companies that are the most prevalent in America's youth are TikTok and Shein. And we're too busy bashing Facebook, or we're too busy bashing Gap for partnering with Kanye. Like nonsense shit. And these two companies are just eating everyone's lunch.
What I was going to say is, just because I think I know, but Shein does not cross my day-to-day life. It only comes up when we talk about it on this podcast, even though it's a $100 billion company. Is it like, it's just fast fashion? Is it all female clothes? Is it male also? Did they just go really big on like digital advertising, influencers? Like, what is it exactly?
So I think the secret to their business is a couple things. One, I remember when we first discovered it, maybe 7-8 years ago, it was the fact that it was shipping directly from China. So for those that don't know, they ship directly from a factory to American consumers. And they avoid, as long as the package is under $800, they avoid all duties to shipping to the American customer.
And that's just the rule? Under $800, no duty? Under
$800, no duties. And if, from what we've heard, is Chinese government helps subsidize a lot of the shipping costs. So for like, they offer free shipping with a low threshold. I think express shipping is like $13. They're basically on-demand manufacturing to an extent, like because of the time frame. Because sometimes it takes 3-4 weeks to get clothes. So I think they're making very small quantities, maybe a sample, posting a picture if it works. They're adding thousands and thousands of SKUs a week. So the variety of product is wide. They started in like the juniors women's space. So going after Forever 21, Fashion Nova, H&M. They then went to men's. They went to kids. They went to plus sizes. Now they're in home goods. They're in electronics. You're going to be eating their snacks. You're going to be wiping your ass with their toilet paper. You're going to use their batteries and you're going to be eating with their fork. It's happening. They did it. They figured it out. No one gives a fuck about anything but something cheap. So, it's funny is that you hear in conversations like, oh, I want it made in China. I can't believe they're made in China. I'm not going to buy it. Okay, $100 billion. $100 billion is insane. I don't think there was an American IPO last year or the last 2 years that was $100 billion. When this goes public, it might be $200 billion.
What price point is the close? Same as Fashion Nova-ish?
Yeah. It might even be cheaper. It's just.
But it takes sometimes 2 weeks to get?
So during Black Friday, so I'll constantly order stuff just to see the time it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Black Friday, 1 month.
Wow.
Is that good or bad?
That's bad.
Yeah.
But
what do you think on a regular day? What do you think today?
I would say if you don't opt for the express shipping, I would say 2 weeks.
And then what about Express?
Express, the claim is under 5 days. I mean, I've never done the express shipping, but I think a lot of it is on demand. Like they get enough momentum on a style, they go make it, they ship it, boom. And the thing, what the consumer is telling you is that as long as the price is right, we'll buy it and we'll wait. We have no problem waiting. And I think American companies think, oh, my brand is relevant. No, it doesn't. Your brand's not worth $100 billion. By the way, Nike's only worth $211 billion. You don't think this is going to double in the next 5 years? It might triple.
That's absurd.
I think Shein will be bigger than Nike within 2 years.
Save that clip.
And by the way, the sneakers and the shoes. So we bought shoes off Shein just to see how they ship it. Because shoes is so expensive to ship. They put in a bag. They fucking they flatten it. And it's like, you want the Balenciaga Triple S? They have a knockoff. You want the whatever, the Alexander McQueen, chunky sneaker? They got a knockoff. Whatever you want, they have the knockoff version. It's cheap. It's quick. It's like, I don't know, like people doubt, I don't know, people are sitting here fighting over like nonsense shit, and Chinese companies are just kicking American companies' asses day in and day out. It's wild.
Yeah,
wild.
How fucking crazy. And most of their marketing is digital advertising, like Instagram, Facebook. Like, where are they marketing? Are they on influencers?
Their cousin TikTok is fucking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if you actually pay attention, you're not probably following like these super young like creators. Their Shein haul is being posted every 5 seconds. It's wild, and it's every platform. And the thing is I remember I said this vividly to someone that was looking at the business from an investment standpoint, and I was like, I get it. The price is right, but like, how do you, there's something about what Fashion Nova does or Revolve or any of these folks is like cultural relevance. And they said, why can't you just buy cultural relevance? And I was like, yeah, you can. That's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, you can.
The one thing you can buy is cultural relevance. If you have $100 billion, the Gap, which I keep talking about on this podcast, is worth 5. Mm-hmm. They're 20x the size of Gap. They should buy the Gap and shut it the fuck down.
Didn't you just buy some options in Gap?
I know, but they would buy it and the price would go up.
Got it. Okay, got it. I see what this was all about. This was all one. You're like Bill Ackman over here.
Yeah.
You just gave a 20-minute rant about Shein for your option.
So you can find your call option. But I mean, I just like, they're going to be bigger than Nike. Of course they are. They're doing 20s. I wouldn't be surprised if they're bigger than Nike within 2 years. They're going to every category. Mm-hmm. They're not just sitting there and saying, oh, we're going to make women's clothing. Because I think too many American founders or CEOs are doubting what these guys are doing. And by the way, the clothes got way fucking better. If you're a young person, like, the quality's not bad anymore. It's not terrible.
Let me ask you this. This might be a stretch to say, but kind of on the other side of that coin is this business digital brands, right? Which IPO'd last year and is already, they IPO'd last year. It's a conglomerate of brands, Stateside, Bailey 44, other apparel brands. They are, rapidly chasing growth. It's kind of the age-old story. You're chasing growth and your debt is also increasing. Or your losses. And now, a year after filing an IPO, they're looking at potentially needing to go bankrupt. And I mean, what do you say there? Like, is that just someone doing just a poor job at this? Because that's someone who can't buy relevance. They're spending all of this money and they can't buy this cultural relevance. They can't get it to catch. And that seems also like a really popular thing. Like these people that spend. Shein obviously figured it out, but I feel like there's a lot of people that spend and never get it to catch.
So I think part of the story, so digital brands, like their net losses last year was like 32 million. Net revenues increased to like, I don't know, 4 million. I mean, it's $4 million in the fourth quarter. I mean, annual. I mean, it's just a tiny business, right? Like, it's not a big business, and they lost $32 million. No, I don't think anyone ever faults anyone for losing money. We know that. We talk about that all the time. The problem is that the problem is that you have to sell a bigger story. If you're Shein and you're the founder, you're selling the story that you believe the future of e-commerce is direct from factory to the consumer, and you cut out a lot of layers. So with that story, you can probably raise money and convince investors that right now we're losing money. And there's no way I believe Shein is making any money, by the way. There's no fucking chance. Mm-hmm. And so they tell everyone, oh, we're cash flow positive, whatever. That means nothing. Yeah. And so I actually believe they're probably losing money, but the vision is right. The vision is big. Digital Brands Group has all these traditional e-commerce brands that aren't doing that much business, have a lot of headwinds in customer acquisition costs, shipping costs, cost of goods are going up, and they're losing money left and right. So, and today last week they announced that maybe they could file bankruptcy because they only have $500,000 of cash on the balance sheet, all kinds of liabilities. And yeah, they're growing, but they're growing at a cost that it's not sustainable. So this is probably the challenge that most apparel, direct-to-consumer e-commerce brands are facing. And it's, when I look at what Shein is doing, it's scary. Like, it's not a good signal to the American consumer. The problem is like in any other situation, like if it was China, the government would be on our side and protecting. Like if I was the US government, it's like, sure, you could buy from Shein. It's 100% tax to buy it from Shein. If you do that tomorrow, then it changes the conversation really, really quick. Yeah. I think at some point the US government has to stand up for American companies. That's where I struggle.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's scary. It feels like America could go from like defining culture and like being the world superpower to literally being a country of influencers. Like you still need us because you need us to like wear your stuff and post it.
But you'll pay us enough. Yeah, you'll pay us enough. We'll go, whatever. Baby Keem's doing a Chinese album.
Yeah. It just feels like at that point, that's where like the power shifts. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I know that there's a lot more to it than that, but it just feels like we're becoming just the culture, and you can outsource the rest.
Yeah, and that's why, like, when I think about the next topic, Tesla, why I think Tesla is such an important company is they are truly trying to build like the next generation American company, which is American brand, American marketing, American technology, American manufacturing. Not just, I could argue that Apple is part of the problem because they're playing the game.
Yeah.
But Tesla is like trying to figure it out here. And our U.S. government, Congress, officials, whomever, they're too busy complaining about how rich he is.
Not only that, all you're doing is shitting on the guy. And when you talk about electric vehicles and U.S. car manufacturers, you won't even mention them.
No, it's ridiculous.
That is what's so crazy to me, man. Like I kind of get the like, okay, we're in a phase right now where everyone wants to hate on the rich guy. I get that. Hate on the rich guy. But like you're overlooking this great American company doing so much work in the US, you won't even mention it.
I mean,
talk about the Ford Mustang instead.
I would argue that Tesla is going to be the greatest American company ever. And I'm not even.
What would you say
Elon-
is currently the greatest American company ever?
Apple. Yeah.
So,
I think the Tesla product brand, what it represents, and who Elon Musk is, who by the way is not American to begin with.
yeah,
What is
He's
he?
South
that's
African.
America.
Is he?
That's as American as it gets.
Exactly. And I just think of like, when I think of the future, Tesla is the most important company in present times that can redefine what it means to be an American company, whether it's the manufacturing, pushing the edge of technology, autonomous cars, God knows what else they have up their sleeve. And I just like, we should be, if I was the president of the United States, I'd be like, you know what? It's an information financial war against China. That's what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. Tesla, you pay no tax for the next 20 years. Fuck it. Go do whatever you have to do. And by the way, Mark Zuckerberg, you can do whatever you want to.
I mean, AOC. So you want AOC to just literally explode?
Yes, I mean, because here's the thing: is
She'll just combust.
unfortunately, what her constituents won't understand is if you're comfortable with China taking over all of America's biggest companies, it's detriment to American people.
Yeah,
Jobs. You know how many jobs are going to be displaced because of Shein? Retail jobs, warehouse jobs, corporate executives. They're not going to be Americans. They don't need us. They could just, there's someone in Guangzhou just doing a data. Oh, you know what? Olivia Rodrigo, Baby Keem, Zach Bia. All right, just send them money. And by the way, our brand will be hot. You just data. You don't need someone at like Delilah telling you what's hot. You just look at the data.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking easy.
Yeah.
Oh, just give these 4 people a bag and we're hot. It's that easy.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
I wonder if China has to be so pumped. I wonder if there's any like sort of misinformation or like the stuff that we, went on during the Trump election with Russia and China, like fueling the fire of billionaire hate, because that is the best thing that could possibly happen to China. The more we try to take down our billionaires, the more they get to just rake in the bags.
If I was a senior official in China, I'd be backing AOC, Elizabeth Warren, and Bernie Sanders.
And making Facebook videos about billionaire spending.
Yes, I would be backing them so big and say, you know what? These billionaires and
these
Jeffrey Epstein.
Billionaires, Jeffrey, I don't know. Fly into space and...
Yeah, why are you going to space? What's over there?
What's on that island?
It's even funny. It's just like Amazon warehouse in Staten Island was unionized over the weekend. And, the guy was like, oh, Jeff Bezos out in space. This is a reminder. Jeff Bezos is no longer the CEO of the company. And he is obviously a very large shareholder and his wealth is tied to the company. But the person that's unionizing Amazon, obviously they want equal pay. They want all the things they want. I get it. What they don't understand is the reason why prices are so compressed is because we're allowing many companies to ship directly from China to America. And those people don't have to pay anyone shit. Because you're fighting Jeff Bezos. You should be fighting a fucking tax on Shein. But you're too fucking stupid and you're popping champagne looking like a fucking idiot. I mean, Jesus Christ. It was so annoying. Just like, you don't even know what the battle you're fighting. It's like the blind leading the dumb.
Yeah, that's the problem is, and it's like good for those, guys and gals. I'll admit, I don't know the details of like Amazon working conditions and all that stuff, but it is like, I know that there's also a lot of problems that come with unions that I'm also not very educated on.
It's increased cost, right? And so I'm not saying the union members are not right. I get what they're fighting for. The problem is the reason why we've gotten to this point on cost is because we're allowing companies directly to ship from China. Yeah. 20 billion. People are saying no one knows Shein's number. I've heard 20 and I've heard 30 billion. That's not a small number.
Yeah.
They're just
I
in
agree.
fucking
I agree. You're
apparel.
right. You're right.
20, 30 billion. I mean, what's Nike? 30, 40 billion? Like, they're going to be bigger than Nike. Nike took like 50 years to get to this point. They had Michael Jordan. Shein has fucking nobody.
Yeah.
And they're going to beat Nike without Michael Jordan. That's nuts.
It's the same thing we were talking about last week about us kind of like we're going in on articles about Facebook hiring a right wing, whatever to trash TikTok and missing the whole point of TikTok just in general. Like the fact that I don't know, it's like I get it. I get if you're an Amazon worker and you've had personal experience and problems, like that is going to be what you're dedicating your fight to. But I think that it's like the responsibility of like our government to say, yeah, okay, that's one topic. Like we'll take care of that or we'll do whatever we're going to do there. But there is a much bigger problem happening that we are just ignoring and we're letting the press ignore and we're not talking about it. Instead, we're just taking down our own achievers.
Well,
we're bashing them constantly. Who do you think makes us a superpower? It's people.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's individual high achievers, a lot of them, and creating an environment where that can happen. And instead we try to just bash those people all day long. And I'm not saying they're perfect. Of course, a lot of those people are, whatever, have their own problems. But like, would you rather it be the Chinese government? Because you're going to have no say when that happens.
Yeah, that's the problem is that we don't realize that the actual person we're competing against is not an American company.
Yeah.
It's a Chinese company and it's TikTok, it's Shein, and there's all these other different, but it doesn't matter. American investors are backing a Chinese company to kick American asses that US politicians aren't going to do shit about. So it's all good. Like we're great. Like we'll continue to wear cheap clothes and cheap dances and whatever. It doesn't matter. Like we're going to lose.
That's what else is crazy. It's not like if you're a founder here, you go raise a bunch of money in China. You know what I'm saying? Like
they're not investing in America.
They come here to take our money to make their things big, but it's not mutual.
This sounds like Newsmax. I like it.
I mean, right though? I mean, isn't that like an alarming like flow of money? Like we're using American money to help build up Chinese companies. It doesn't really happen the other way very much.
What's funny is like you look at companies like Sequoia, Tiger Global. I don't know who their LPs are, but my guess it's like pensions, unions, teachers.
Yeah.
So all these money, like the Amazon union pension is eventually going to be investing in a Chinese company that's going to take their fucking job, and AOC is going to fight Amazon and crush all these fucking companies.
It just feels to me like it's right in front of our faces and no one's doing anything about it.
The word that we always use that I think is just an underutilized concept is nuance, and it's understanding. Like, I really wish people would look deeper than just the surface level. I was like, Facebook is a bad company. Oh, H&M's doing this or whatever. Like, whatever. Like,
they're not even that deep. It's just billionaires are bad.
Yeah, billionaires are bad. And the reality is, if it wasn't for billionaires, here's the thing. The same people we'll celebrate in history were the innovators and the geniuses of our time. They just didn't have the opportunity to create the wealth that you could have done 100 years ago that you can create now. And so today they're just filthy fucking rich. Yeah. Like Henry Ford is celebrated in our textbooks. Yeah. Like, the Ford
it's also just
assembly line or whatever, right?
Yeah.
We should be reading about Jeff Bezos in our books and be like, God damn, that guy changed the world. Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg changed the world. These people are
I bet at the time it was similar though. It's just a trend to hate on billionaires right now, I think, like disproportionately. But I bet you, like, if you went back in time to when Henry Ford was currently in business, there was probably a large group of people that were like, take down Henry Ford.
Fair. I remember maybe when my kids are in high school, they'd be like, hey, Dad, have you heard of a guy named Mark Zuckerberg? He did some really great things.
I know you know Nas, but did you ever meet Jeff Bezos?
I saw him once at the Bootsy Bella's party.
Let's talk about Lauren Sanchez. Yeah.
Hey, Dad, do you know who Lauren Sanchez is?
Yeah. It's just scary, man. It's scary that we have, not only are we making some big mistakes, but like truly like celebrating American exceptionalism is, I think, just dead at the moment. I think it'll come back at some point, hopefully before it's too late, but it's just weird. It's weird that that's become the trend. And meanwhile, it didn't just stop. Like, it's not like America is the only thing that exists. So like I think some of these people think they're like winning the fight and that's it. And you're in the bubble of America and whatever, but like, it's not. Other people are taking advantage of these opportunities.
Yeah.
And it's scary.
It's stupid.
Canceled.
Eric, are you on TikTok?
No.
You're smart because there's something that I've read on the Wall Street Journal today called a TikTok brain.
Okay.
And it says it explains why some kids are hooked on social video feeds. So we were just talking about how a lot of folks are obsessed with taking down Facebook and American companies. Wall Street Journal does a whole thing on TikTok's algorithm. I don't know if you spend any time on it.
I don't even have the app.
So you're from the future because no one here else is like that.
Yeah, I know. I'm fucking old.
And so TikTok, the algorithm is so good at recognizing what you're interested in and keep feeding it to you. Dopamine, right?
Well, so is Instagram.
No, nothing like Instagram. Instagram, like, I'll clearly indicate, yo, I want to watch rap videos. Like, they're not showing me rap videos. But I think TikTok is so good at it. And they do this whole thing on how it's actually quite dangerous for kids. And what I'm curious about is, like, you're seeing this information and they're talking about ADHD in young people is increasing dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
And they're linking it because of TikTok, social media engagement.
Mm-hmm.
But even in China, they said brain scans of Chinese college students showed that areas involved in addiction were highly activated in those who watched personalized videos. So TikTok is very good at personalized videos. Like, what you are interested in, we will show.
Mm-hmm.
This is public data that's shown in China. And so we obviously have access to this information. What are we doing about it? And I look at this information, and one of the things that TikTok spokesman said was, for example, TikTok won't allow users ages 13 to 15 to receive push notifications after 9 p.m. 13 to 15?
Wow.
That's 2 years. What about 13 to like 25? Then they said, TikTok, this is so funny. TikTok also periodically reminds users to take a break, to go outside or grab a snack.
What the fuck? That's why I can't do TikTok, bro. I know too many people that spend hours and hours and hours.
I mean,
on it,
one, you're old,
good.
so I mean, if you get addicted,
You're older than me.
I'm not addicted. I'm not a fucking loser. Like,
Yeah,
I have
but
self-discipline. Like, when I put it like this, I'll give you an example. 8:00 last night, I plugged my phone in my bathroom. I watched 15 minutes of TV. I went to sleep at 8:30. It's interesting because, like, I didn't grow up on the phone, right?
Well,
Like,
but we're
Yeah.
almost the same age.
I grew up with the internet, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my internet experience in college,
How old were you when you first got on the internet? I was super late. Like, we didn't have it in my house.
probably 14.
Okay. Yeah,
so I had Prodigy, which was the ISP that allowed, and that was really just like weird chat rooms and like checking stock quotes.
bro,
and
I'd get
sports
the
quotes.
free AOL minutes in the mail. I'm like, what do I do with this?
Yeah.
I didn't have no computer to use that shit in.
I had AOL, and then the real eye-opening experience for me was my senior of high school. I was visiting colleges,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd gotten to USC, and there was something called, like, I don't know, I forgot what it was called, but like, if you got in, you got to spend a night or two at USC. So I stayed with a freshman,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw him on his computer, and I saw, like, I forgot.
Your
Like,
first porn site.
no, it wasn't even
Oh.
that. They were fucking downloading music, and I was
Oh,
such a
shit.
music junkie, and I was like, "Whoa, how are you getting all this fucking music?" He's like, "It's on our peer-to-peer server. It's on the thing, and like every student has access to it. You just download off each other's computers."
Mhm.
I was like, "It's free music," and he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Fuck, this is
Which
amazing."
was fucking big at that time. 'Cause
Big.
At that time you would have to buy a single.
C-
A single
CD,
was
yeah.
$3, a cassette single,
I
or
know,
even
but CD
CDs.
thing was like $8-9
Yeah,
bucks.
yeah. Sam Goody.
Yeah. I did Warehouse and Tower
Yeah,
on
warehouse,
Sunset.
yeah.
I used to drive to the Sunset Tower, and I saw like people downloading music, and I was like, "Whoa,
Mhm.
this is crazy!" And then Napster started. I think my freshman year of
Yeah.
college.
I would see people download music, but I never did. I never downloaded music ever before on record, right?
But I had my Winamp, I had my Napster, I had everything. I was download that. My purpose of the internet was downloading music.
For sure.
That was it. That was my introduction to the internet. And then I didn't even get onto Facebook till like I was like 27 years old,
Mhm.
28 years old. So it was never a part of like
Mhm.
daily life for me. I don't care.
Yeah, for sure.
And so obviously as an adult, it's very different. I'm not addicted. I don't care. Like, I mean, I genuinely love Instagram stories.
Mhm.
I love seeing what everyone is doing and be like, oh, that's gonna be fun. Like tonight's the Grammys. I have so many friends out there. I want to watch all the parties in the morning,
Mhm.
but it doesn't affect my life. I
Yeah,
just go
for
to
sure.
sleep. But it's probably a function of my age and like whatever. I didn't grow up on it, so I don't care. But it's clearly affecting young people in a very, very specific way. So we're gonna, really like think about how TikTok impacts people. We're obviously as a government not going to do anything. We're too busy trying to take down Facebook and Instagram and say Mark Zuckerberg is the devil, where TikTok is actually a better product. Simultaneously, we hold parents never responsible for anything. All the bad shit in the world that happens, and parents, I'm sorry, I'm a parent. I know if my kid does, I'm at the park fucking 3 days a week. I see kids who do fucked up shit. And I'm like, that is the parent's fault.
Yeah,
that is
for
not
sure.
the kid's fault. That's not TikTok. That's not TV. That's nothing. That is the parent's fault.
Mhm.
We want to blame TV. We want to blame TikTok. We want to blame everybody but the parents. That's what we're going to be, arresting parents.
That's fair.
Your kid's a punk, arrested.
I also think Instagram and Twitter and Facebook even have the same effects, man. Like we can't keep blaming TikTok. Like
But
if
my
you do the
point
same
is-
type of studies, like people are just as addicted to
Sure.
Instagram.
Sure, but the point is we only blame the American companies. We let the Chinese company pass. The TikTok CEO is
But
not.
this is them blaming the Chinese company, right?
Yeah, because it's actually a way better product. TikTok is actually a better digital product than Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Twitter is for dorks.
I'm just sick of this fucking dude. If I see someone on TikTok, they got this stupid voice. This is how I made guacamole, and it's just like, shut the fuck up.
It's good video though. I'm curious.
They're pretty annoying. Yeah, you learn, but it's just like all this fucking ingredients in my face. Get out
Yeah.
of my face.
It's interesting. Well, we'll see. I mean, look, I think at the end of the day, like TikTok is an incredible digital product. It's clearly resonating. I'm just sick of everyone blaming American companies and giving Chinese companies a pass.
I'll tell you what.
I'm a goddamn patriot.
It's Apple's fault. It's Apple's fault. We're watching TikTok through an iPhone. It's Apple's fault.
American fault.
Yeah. Blame the Americans again.
Yeah, blame Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
You're a hype guy.
Debatable.
You're not anymore? You're over it? Hype is stupid, right?
I like nice things. I'm not like hype. Like if something has hype, I kind of get over it, to be honest.
I'm trying to think of the last thing I was super hyped about. What was I super hyped about that I was like, oh, I want that?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
You're not. I don't think you're a hype guy. You're like pretty on brand with your own stuff.
I don't know, when like there's like a white truffle pizza somewhere, I get pretty hyped on that.
That's fair.
Like, Cicconi's they have the black truffle, which is on the menu all the time. Sometimes they have the white truffle. Double the price. It's hype.
It's hype.
It's in season. I'm definitely not hype in the sense of product.
Yeah.
I appreciate it and I enjoy it. Like I love watching something. Like even we were talking about the Lanvin gallery department. I was like, it's great product. It looks really good.
I actually didn't see that collab.
It's really good product and I enjoy it. And everything, whenever Virgil did a collaboration, I was like, wow, shit. They always look creative and interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So Swatch and Omega did a drop and shit went nuts, bananas. The lines all over the world. And what's interesting is the Swatch is a very affordable watch, 100, 150 bucks, whatever it is. Omega is in the thousands. But Omega's not Rolex. It's an Omega. It's like Omega to me looks like a poor man's Rolex.
Mm-hmm.
And the Swatch Omega collab caused such a hysteria that all over the world, like people sold out. It was on StockX and GOAT and all these sites.
So what, they just did a limited?
Yeah, they just did a collaboration. And I think there's so many brands to this day that don't appreciate how easy it is. Just pay. This is why I think a Shein is going to win, is that you just look at the data and say, oh, you pay Omega and you're hot?
Mm-hmm.
It's that easy. You don't think someone at TikTok and Shein is like, Rihanna, let's just write her. You're worth 100 billion.
Give her a bag.
50 million. Give her 50 million. Wear this t-shirt. It's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Olivia Rodrigo, hot. Give her $100 million.
Zach Bia.
Yeah, give Zach $20 million. And all of a sudden, every kid is wearing it. It's that simple. But American brands, I would say a lot of brands are just fucking out to lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically American brands, which drives me nuts, is that like New Balance has kind of found its like way in this like new era with like doing good collaborations and staying relevant. But a lot of the other brands are just kind of crickety. Like it's so easy. Just fucking pay people money that are cool and you're popular.
I feel like the collab space is overdone too, man. Like there's so many fucking collabs.
And
everyone wants to do a drop. Everything is limited. Don't you think that everything's limited too nowadays? Where like
no, Shein does a collab and it's unlimited. Unlimited.
That's what I'm saying, and they're killing it.
Yeah.
But I feel like the whole let's just do a drop. It's very limited, and then I think that's getting old.
I don't think it is. I think you're getting old.
I'm getting old, but I feel like it depends who does a collab too, because just it's overdone.
I don't know, because like here's the thing is like people don't realize like you gotta like, why do you put hot sauce on a burrito? Spice it up.
No, for flavor.
Exactly. That's what a collab does. It adds flavor.
That's true.
It adds flavor, and I think collaborations.
Well, it depends on the hot sauce. Sometimes it's for pain.
If it tastes bad.
No, it burns. Bro.
I mean, that's a terrible hot sauce.
No, it's the better, the more the more the burn, the better the sauce.
I don't know. I'm not a believer of not doing collaborations. I think collaborations work, especially with the young consumers, and I think everyone should do. I said this.
No, they work. I'm saying if they're done, done right, and they're just like it's saturated.
So I did like one of the early podcast episodes we ever did, maybe 4 years ago. I said everything should be a drop.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, restaurants, makeup brands, fashion, shoes, everything should be a drop. And the reason why is you get to create excitement.
Mm-hmm.
You get to create a moment. And I remember when I don't know if you ever watched the show on Netflix with Hassan Minaj.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And
The Supreme episode?
What?
The Supreme episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
So before that episode, he had messaged me and he was like, what do you mean everything should be a drop? Because he saw the clip.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, the reality is the consumer's attention is just a moment. And the drop creates that excitement for that moment. That is where you win with collaborations, is that excitement. Supreme Burberry. Haley was walking. My wife was driving down Fairfax on Thursday, like
Crazy
2 weeks
line.
ago. And she was like, what the fuck is happening at Supreme? We see a line every Thursday.
Every
That's their
Thursday.
drop. It's
Yep.
fine. Supreme
It was next
Burberry
level?
was like to like our house.
Damn, I
and
didn't
we
even know they
live
did a
north.
Burberry Supreme.
Very north from there.
By the way, I'm talking shit about collabs, and everything I'm wearing is a collab drop.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone can deny it, but like you want to be a part of that moment.
Yeah,
All right, whatever.
that's true.
Fuck you.
Fuck you too.
Have you gone out to eat recently?
All the time.
I know, but paying for a meal.
All the time.
Okay,
I'm
well,
not- bro, my friends don't. Well, I guess I'm friends with Brian Toto as well, but Brian Toto doesn't even give me a discount.
Okay,
so
well, I don't really-
I always pay for meals.
I usually don't pay for meals, so I have no idea how much things cost.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
And so, I what's funny is like I've recently started paying attention to when our family goes out to dinner, or not even dinner. We don't really go out to dinner, but lunch or early dinner. We go to dinner like 4:30. And I looked at a bill yesterday. It was during lunch, brunch, no alcohol, just we left after T-ball. We had breakfast with another family. We had he had Dominic had a cheeseburger. Miles just ate whatever the hell we had,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, quinoa bowl, whatever.
Quinoa bowl. What the fuck?
$120, no alcohol for the family of 4.
Wow. It's expensive quinoa bowl.
Yeah, the quinoa bowl is $22. The soaring, people talk about inflation and soaring food prices and food cost and labor and all these things, but I recently started paying attention to the menu prices.
Mm-hmm.
There's
It's
no,
insane.
everything is over. An appetizer is $20.
Yeah.
An
The
entree,
salads are now like 18 and up.
yes,
Like in a salad starter.
a starter
to start
salad,
with?
not
Yeah.
like an entree salad.
No.
An entree salad.
Those are 25.
We always talk about like we
Would
talk
you
about
like to add a
Beverly Hills
protein?
Hotel, get a McCarthy salad. It's $50.
Yeah, $50.
for a salad.
Yeah.
$50. And by the way, like they won't let you deliver, pick up, nothing. It's a
No.
line to get this fucking salad. So I mean, it's interesting to see like, because I went to a restaurant that isn't like a fancy restaurant recently. It's just like a run-of-the-mill restaurant, and I could not believe the prices. At some point, people are going to be like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Back to Sizzler.
I mean, what is Sizzler? All you can eat, $79.
Yeah. Dude, I went to Sizzler. I still go to Sizzler. I went to Sizzler the other day. Just
What?
me and my girl, 2 glasses of very cheap wine, and like we split an entree and then salad bar.
Damn, times are tough over it.
$80.
$80?
Yeah.
And you split it on tray?
Yeah. But we had 2 glasses of whatever their $2 chuck wine is.
Not $2.
No, it's not.
Where the fuck is Sizzler?
It's in Atwater.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hot. I love Sizzler.
It's disgusting.
Bro, by the way, I know you don't eat meat. They have the best chicken nuggets I've ever had in my life. If you guys go to Sizzler, get the salad bar, get the chicken nuggets. They're the best by far, unmatched.
All right.
Everyone in here is looking like,
$80 though for Sizzler?
yeah, it might have been the wine. And we got like the
We have
best steak in the
17
house.
glasses of
You know,
wine. Yeah.
best steak in the house.
For my girl, she
Yeah,
can have
yeah,
anything
yeah.
she wants. What does she
Anything on the
want?
menu. You know what?
You got some Wagyu?
She wants that steak. Get her the best steak. Don't get her the mistake. Get her the best steak.
Oh my
My
God.
poet didn't even know it.
You're rapping like Dominic now. So we're gonna end on 2 Hollywood pieces of news. All of Will Smith's movies are on hold. Bad
I saw
Boys
that.
4,
I saw that.
Fast and Loose, a Netflix project are on hold. Denzel Washington came out and said that after the incident, he went and talked to Will, and all we can do is pray. I'm not a religious person. I think religion is great for a lot of people, but praying ain't gonna help Will Smith.
Yeah.
That ain't praying. That the religion is not what's gonna help Will Smith. He needs to go get fucking help.
Mm.
And I think Denzel Washington, by saying praying, is the thing that's going to get him there.
That's just his way of like.
That's fine for Denzel to say.
Yeah. Denzel.
But I don't want people to think that praying will fucking solve his problems because he has issues and he said we get help.
I mean, saying praying and fucking solve his problem at the same sentence is kind of crazy, D.
I'm just saying, like, he's saying that, Denzel said, keep saying, he kept praying and praying. And I'm like, I just don't think he's beyond praying.
How do you, is it,
by the
are
way,
these companies just doing, putting stuff on hold because they felt the slap was that bad, or they're getting heat if they,
I think they're getting heat. Yeah. Look, all these projects are going to go forward. No one's going to give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they really don't care.
No, nobody cares. I don't even care.
I don't care.
I don't give a shit. You slap the shit out of him. He doesn't care. Then fine. Whatever. Keep it moving. It's not my decision to fucking care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could be offended. And if I get offended, then I'm not going to watch whatever movie that comes out. But if Bad Boys 4 comes out, I'm watching it.
I mean,
by the way, I watched the Chris Rock.
I didn't even know there was a third.
There was a third. It was good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. They're old and it's kind of corny, but it's good.
Yeah.
So there was I love stand-up comedy. There was a special.
Love stand-up.
Did you watch Gerard Carmichael's special on Friday? That came on HBO Max.
No.
Fucking genius.
I'm seeing that tonight then.
So have you watched any of his specials?
No.
Unbelievable. So he has a special called 8 that I think is just genius. I've been following this guy for a while. I see him out and about in LA. Like, he just, to me, he just feels like a genius. Very funny, very thoughtful. And he released a special on Friday. He did Saturday Night Live on Saturday. He was the host. And I don't want to give any spoilers to the special because I actually think it's actually special.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking to the crowd, a very small comedy club. It's shot very beautifully. Like, he's talking about, like, I have secrets. He's talking about family, himself, his life. And the pauses, the way he kind of approaches it, like, he's incredible.
I gotta see that.
Like, the thing I love about, like, Dave Chappelle, a big part of it is, like, the pauses.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where they just, like, say something, they pause for a second,
and, like, he's thinking about it,
and it's silent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're a DJ, like, you're in front of an audience.
DJs do not like silence. By
exactly.
The way. Yeah.
And I remember when, as a kid, when I'd speak in front of a class or whatever, and if you had silence, it was very, very tough.
Bad, yeah.
And he is so good at Gerard Carmichael is so good at silence. There's just parts in the special where 10 seconds of silence on television is insane, and he has it, and he's just, I don't know, it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I gotta.
And I would recommend, before you watch this special, is watch his previous ones because they're so good. He had a sitcom on NBC, my wife and I used to watch. Incredible, but it's good.
I see it.
The other big story is that we're going to end on is Kanye has told Kim he's going away to get help. You know what's in 2 weeks?
No.
Coachella. Okay. Is he not showing up to Coachella?
He has to.
You think he has
to? He's on contract. These contracts are crazy. I mean, he's that crazy.
He doesn't give a fuck about a contract.
That's true.
If I could easily see him saying, like,
he's going away for a week. He'll be back in time for Coachella.
I'm gone for 8 days. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I could see him bailing on Coachella.
No. Maybe.
And saying, I'll be back next year. I'll do a makeup show. If he's bailing Sunday afternoon, I'm fucking out of there. I'm not staying.
Who covers that Sunday shift if he bails? They have to make that up with someone big.
The problem is they had Travis, and he's not on anymore. You should have had Travis. You should beg Travis to come back.
Dude, have Travis come back.
Who else can you get? Lady Gaga?
No. Gaga? No chance.
Billie Eilish.
She's doing the day before.
Okay.
Saturday.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah. Baby Keem.
Baby
Tyler.
He's there. Baby Keem's there.
What about Tyler?
Tyler could, but he's not closing night Coachella big yet. Closing night Coachella is an old person. It's an old person's role.
Billy. She's what?
Saturday. She's doing Saturday.
I know, but she's not old. You said it's
Yeah.
an old person.
It is. I could see Kim Kardashian closing it out. Just
No.
karaoke Kanye's biggest hits.
T-Pain. It's old.
What if it was T-Pain, B2K, like that whole crew?
Just all old
Chris
acts.
Brown.
No.
I don't know. But I think it's a big deal.
No,
right?
he'll be there. I got my money on it.
You think Kanye 100% is doing Coachella?
100%.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I think it's a pretty big thing to walk away from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
As far as cultural moments, it's like Coachella, then Grammys.
Kim wants him to do it. Kim will be there.
Everyone's going to be there.
Kim will be there.
Yeah. I mean,
She needs that artist pass from him.
I think she'll be fine.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
I mean, the only reason why I don't want him to be there is so I can go home Sunday afternoon and not stay Sunday night.
Selfishly.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Again, Eric, thank you. Drama. He had a sushi dinner he had to head off to, so he bailed.
Drama looks like a California roll type of guy. I'm going to get sushi.
Getting
California rolls.
That's amazing. More like an avocado roll.
And I'm not talking shit. He probably would admit that too. And if he eats like yellowtail now, that's very new. Yeah, extra ponzu, hide the taste. I love you, Drama.
That's so good. All right, everyone. We'll see you back here on Tuesday. But the big news is big news. I owe Eric an apology.
Wow. I was wondering if he was going to bail on this or not.
I kind of forgot for a second.
This is massive news, by the way.
Big news alert. So I thought Eric was, an illiterate idiot.
No, so last week, this is what happened. So last week, was that last week? That was last week. Last week, we're talking about how the CEOs make more than founders and whatever. And I was like, yeah, I have a company too. It sucks. Not the company, but like, building a company sucks. I was going to ask you for a job. And he goes, you're an idiot. What do you do? If I were to hire you, what would you do? And what's your, skill? I was like, design. He goes, you don't even, you know how to use Photoshop or Illustrator? I was like, yeah, bro. Because I think you just scribble. I was like, yeah, sometimes I scribble, aka draw, and then I'll turn that into a vector file, and then I make some merch out of it. So anyway, he was talking shit. That night I went home and I was like, man,
this guy grinding it out, like just grinding out like a little teenager.
By the way, you gotta love the work ethic. Yeah. This guy will hit me with like, I want to do this, and then I'll fire off like that file like in 5 seconds. Anyway, so I was like, I want to do a shirt. He was like, perfect. I sent him a design. I did it like late that night, right? I was like, he's asleep. He goes, he's old. He goes to bed by 9 p.m. This is like midnight. I was like, there's no way he's awake. So the next day, I sent him the thing. I was like, yo, I didn't even say anything. I just sent it to him.
Yeah.
This guy fucking calls me. Yo. He goes, it's incredible. I'm not going to say exactly what he said on the phone, but like, let's hear the apology.
So, first of all, I want to apologize to the staff, the Kathy's, Drama, Anand. I'm going to do the Will Smith apology. I'm going to apologize to everyone but Chris Rock.
And then he just says Chris. So you could just say, apologize to E.
Yeah. But the design was so good. I posted on my Instagram. I'm not even joking. I probably got 300 DMs of like, oh my God, I need that. So we decided to make it. We're going to release it on Monday, which is tomorrow.
Which is today, if you're listening today.
And it's a crew neck sweatshirt. We're going to have it available for only $30.
Wow.
And you go to shopnewrepublic.com and look for it on the apparel section. We'll post a link on all the social media and all the Discords and Twitter and all that stuff. But it's a fire graphic. I think it's going to be my Coachella shirt. It's just too good.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm very impressed.
You really tried hard
I'm very
on that
impressed.
one.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with myself. I blew myself away. No, it was fun, man. Honestly, I just like got the iPad and I was like, all right, what? I kind of like, I was listening to the intro and I just try to use things in the intro and I scribbled them on purpose since like I'm chief scribble officer now. So I made them look as shitty as possible. I almost wanted to misspell something just to keep it on brand. But I was like, nah, let's not get ridiculous. You know? But
if group chat was, how could you spell it incorrectly?
Group chat
Yeah.
with an O.
Yeah, that would have been good. But it's incredible. It's a really incredible sweatshirt. So it goes live tomorrow, probably sometime during the middle of the day. I don't know. We have to get to it, but
Yeah.
it'll be around tomorrow. And I think we have a few hundred units we could sell. So check it out if you want to purchase it. And hopefully we'll ship it out in the next 7 days. Thanks, Eric.
Even if you don't like the design, just buy it to
Out of spite.
prove D wrong, please. I'm gonna buy them all. Fuck it. Yeah, see, D, I'm hot.
Sold out.
Sold out.
So head over to shopnewrepublic.com and we'll obviously post the link all over our social media and it'll be live. Check it out.
Check it out.
All right, guys. We will see everyone back here on Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Peace.